I'm making good money and everything, but the cost of living is up. Having kids are expensive. All these things I want to do in life, they cost money, right? So how great would it be if I could just make like $1,000 or, even $2,000. I remember telling my wife that, like, hey, just a couple $1,000 would change our life a month, passive, like let's do it. So we found the program, we talked about it, we prayed about it, made sure it was the right choice. I found people like myself who had some success, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to take that leap of faith, because if you don't take a risk in life, you're not going to see the reward. And like I said, I would have been happy with a couple $1,000s, and here I am making $10,000.
Hey guys, this is Paul Alex, founder of merchantautomation.com. How is everybody doing tonight on this beautiful Wednesday? Love to be here, guys. We're going to be talking about building another source of sustainable income. Now, not with real estate, not with e-commerce, not with even ATMs, guys. I'm talking about credit card machines, guys. Credit card processing. Yes, we, the average day people, we can actually use credit card processing to build another source of sustainable income. With that being said, guys, I actually want to introduce a very special guest, okay? So we introed our guest, Bryce. Bryce, he actually came on a podcast with me last week in Scottsdale for the Andy Elliott podcast, guys. If you guys haven't followed Andy Elliott and you guys want to learn sales and you actually want to be like, whoa, this guy's intense, go follow Andy Elliott. He's a pretty good guy, very humble. Really liked him and his team and their organization and what they're about. They're about their why. They're about working hard. And I'm all about that too. So at the end of the day, guys, I like to surround myself with winners. And you're a winner if you're watching this right now. So with that being said, I want to introduce Bryce. Bryce is a rising star from our clients that have enrolled with us in the past year and a half here at Merchant Automation. The reason why, he's been a part of the program for 7 months, guys, and he's already crossed over 5 figures in monthly residuals from his accounts, which is amazing. It's breaking everybody's limiting beliefs, because they're like, dude, how's he doing it? Well, I decided to bring the man himself so he can actually tell you his side of the story and also break down your guys' limiting beliefs right now on this beautiful Wednesday, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him from backstage, guys. Just give it a minute. Bryce, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Paul. Thanks for having me. Doing good. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing well, man. Thanks for coming on. I know, dude, you're a busy bee, bro. I respect all day, bro. All day. If you guys didn't know, Bryce actually runs his own company, runs a merchant services company now, has a family, dedicated father. I mean, man, goals. I love it. But Bryce, why don't you give the people a little bit about your background and what made you get into actually be interested in merchant services, man?
Yeah. So like he mentioned, I have my own commercial flooring business with 16 employees. So that's 16 people that from, 5, 6 in the morning are texting me, calling me, I got to manage them, line them out. When I signed up, like I got 2-3 weeks into it and I had my 3rd child. So I did all this, built my merchant services business, landed all my accounts with a newborn who wasn't sleeping well at night. Like I said, running my business. During that time of the year, I also volunteer and coach my local middle school wrestling team. We have a really strong wrestling program where I live. And so I'm on the go with that. I mean, I was on the go with so many different things. My head was spinning, but I still landed. Now I'm up to like 35 accounts. Like you said, doing 10K a month in residuals. But my background before that is, since college, I went to college and I felt like, wow, like the only good thing that I really learned that's helping me in this world from college is I'm bilingual. So I speak Spanish, fluent Spanish. That really has helped me a lot in life. I got into construction. I studied construction management, and I was just never happy in the corporate life. Like, there's cliques, there's politics, there's, you're on salary, but they want you to work all this overtime and do all this extra stuff, no benefit. And then they come back and they say, oh, by the way, yeah, the company's not doing that great. So, bonuses are, on hold this year. And by the way, you can't use your PTO. I know we changed the rules. It doesn't roll over anymore, but, you don't have seniority. And it's like all these things. I was like, screw it. Like, I'm out. You're like, I can't do the corporate world. So my father-in-law at that time, was having health issues, and I bought out his flooring business, and that led me into that. And I was so much happier being my own boss. But like many Americans, I was like, hey, I'm making good money and everything, but the cost of living is up. Having kids are expensive. All these things I want to do in life, they cost money, right? So how great would it be if I could just make like $1,000 or even $2,000? I remember telling my wife that, like, hey, just a couple $1,000 would change our life a month, passive, like let's do it. So we found the program, we talked about it, we prayed about it, made sure it was the right choice. I found people like myself who had some success, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to take that leap of faith, because if you don't take a risk in life, you're not going to see the reward. And like I said, I would have been happy with a couple $1,000s, and here I am making $10,000. I've now really like pretty much met or outpaced my salary from my business, right? What I could pay myself. And I'm like, okay, now I have to make this decision of like, where am I going? Like, what's next? So that's where I'm at today. That's from how I got started to where I'm at now.
I love that, man. And like, for the people watching right now, like, let's go to the humble beginnings in the very beginning. Like, was it just, you decided one day, just woke up, you were just like, you know what? I got to build another business, because that's a big decision, man. Like, a lot of people, they hesitate even like getting educated, a self-education, or investing into a self-education program to learn about business. But it seems like, was it as black and white as you're making it seem, or?
It kind of started over time. Like, I remember I was working one job right after college, and I was trying to do more self-development at that time. So I was reading books, like, right. I had more time on my hands. I was reading books, and I read the one, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I was like, whoa. And then I read everything written by Robert Kiyosaki, anything that he has, any podcast he's been on, I like geeked out on it, went all in. I'm like, okay, this guy's right. Like, W-2, like, that stuff's for the birds. Like, I don't like, you got to have multiple industry, like, income streams. And if you're a high paid W-2, like, there's no problem. But like he says, you got to have multiple streams of income. And, with inflation and everything going on in the world, like, who wants to stay in that position where you're one conversation with a boss away from being unemployed, no income, so I was like, I gotta like have multiple things where if that doesn't work out, okay, I've still got this, and that buys me a lot more time to build something else up or get another thing going, right? Like, I don't ever want to have to depend on somebody to do that. So the self-development, like you said, I know like your story started the same way with, reading a books, investing in yourself, and like the light bulbs go off. So that put me on the journey to like searching for someone like you. And then when I finally found, the merchant automation team, I actually found the ATMs too. And I was like, okay, I think with my lifestyle, and everything, I think the cashless ATMs and, the credit card machines, that's going to be for me. But I was like, I just love everything they're doing. Like this is great. They're helping Americans. If you are comfortable with $500 or $1,000, $2,000 a month extra, and that's what you need, you can get that, really fairly easy. But if you want to build it up, truthfully, if I keep going, like, there might be a day where I'm doing $250,000 a year just on credit card residuals. And I mean, that's insane, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it takes time, resilience, effort, but you can get there, dude. I mean, you already crushed it. I mean, 7 months, 10K residuals. And I remember, dude, when you hit like 10 accounts in the very beginning, I was just like, wow, that's amazing. And now you're closing in 30, you said 35, right?
Yeah, right around there. Yeah.
Yeah, 35 accounts, man. And you're just going to massively grow just because the residuals, I mean, they don't come immediately, like as soon as you sign it up. No, you have to wait like a month. So I can only imagine what your next month residuals is going to be, bro. Right. Yeah, which is massive.
Another benefit too is like, once you start, like, even at 5 to 10 accounts, I started noticing this. Like, people are like, hey, I got a brother, or one of them, she's like, hey, my son's opening up his food truck. Like, I'm going to refer him to you. So then you start getting sales without trying to get sales. Like, they just start coming to you at a certain time.
Yeah, no, I can imagine, man. I mean, referrals is king, but it also comes down to just doing good business and then also building the foundation, which with you, man, I mean, especially after meeting you in Scottsdale, I could tell, dude, why people automatically, they're like, Bryce, it's awesome, dude. So let's talk about limiting beliefs real quick, man, because, you have a family, you have a wife. I mean, you already have a company. And for most people, they're already highly successful. Some of the people watching right now, they're probably already highly successful. They're comfortable, and they're probably like, this would be fun, but I don't know. is it worth it? What
Mm.
would you say to someone who the same spot as you, man, but before you started, already has a company or a high paying job, has a family, and I mean, they don't need it, but it's a nice cushion.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was. I wasn't like desperately in need of it. And to those people, I'd say, do it, because what I've realized now after being around people like yourself, people like Andy, and like they say, if you're worth 10K, you need to be around hanging out with people who are worth 100K. If you're worth 100K, you need to be hanging out with people who are millionaires, right? And so on and so forth. So hearing their view on things is like comfort is the scariest thing for them. So then I'm like, okay, maybe like I shouldn't be like when I start getting comfortable, that's when I need to do something more. So like if you're making good income, you've kind of got it. You're like, we're comfortable in life. We're getting by. We're not struggling to pay bills, but we're not flying in private jets. But we're okay. Hey, there's more out there, and like this is low hanging fruit. Like it really has been for me at least. We're helping people. It's a win-win relationship. This isn't like knocking on their door in the middle of supper trying to sell them a vacuum, or like this isn't that kind of sales. This is helpful, like really great stuff. So I tell them do it, like absolutely.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, you're changing lives. And at the
Absolutely.
end of the day, you're making a difference. And that's what I love about these small businesses where you're able to make residuals, but you're also offering a great tangible service, man. Because what you see online nowadays, it's fully virtual. You're not in control of it. And I mean, anything can happen virtually, dude. Like seriously, like the power can go out, and then what are you gonna do? You're like, what happened to my investment? What happened to my business? But with a tangible business, guess what? It's an
Yeah.
actual person that you're dealing with, right? So you're able to communicate with them. Your entire business not relying on the internet, so it's a great opportunity. So, Bryce, the final question, man. What would you tell someone if they don't have any sales experience? What would be your mindset? Because now, guys, and if you guys didn't know this, Bryce, he was doing so well, man. We what we'd like to do, our culture is we like to surround ourselves with winners. Okay. So let's say, guys, if you've been following me for the past couple of years, I've been on the online space since I believe mid 2020, around COVID, after not being on the internet for 8 years. MySpace, don't judge me, don't judge me. But at the end of the day, guys, if you let's say you wanted to work with me, let's say you directly wanted to hang out with me. Well, what do you think it takes to go ahead and do that? Well, guys, you guys have to go ahead and actually be around like-minded people like yourself, like-minded people that want to go ahead and actually be around winners, guys. And I like to separate myself against naysayers, people that have limiting beliefs. This is why in Arizona it was so powerful, man. Because when I met you, I was just like, dude, you're like it felt like I've known you for so long. And
Right.
that was the first time we met, man. But it was
Right.
just because we had so much in common, right?
Yeah.
And it was just like the flow, the energy, man. And when you put a group of people like that together, it's a very powerful thing, man. And I think that's what we're doing here. What we're doing here, it's not that I know that's what we're doing here.
Right.
What we're doing here, guys, is we're taking knowledge that I've learned from 9-figure entrepreneurs that are very successful in this business. I was already 8-figure entrepreneur, and I saw the opportunity, I saw the value, and I was just like, dude, why not? Why not? Why stop?
100%.
I have a big why. I want to help more people. That's what fulfills me. So at the end of the day, stories like this, like with Bryce and with many other people that have joined our group and gone ahead and started their own merchant services business, it's dramatically changed their life. But with that being said, man, what would you say to someone who doesn't have, like, let's say, a sales background, who is essentially like an introvert? Because I was an introvert, bro,
Right.
for a long time, man. What would you tell somebody with them? What do they have to look forward to? Will this be able to work for them?
Yeah, I'd say absolutely it'll work for you, because what we do is, a great thing that, I help do, John does, people in the program. Once you're in, guys, you're set up with a network, right? And your network is your your network is your net worth, right? And in my opinion, now the way this program is, you'd have to try to fail. Like we won't let you fail. Like, trust me, we will not let you fail. So if you're out there thinking, man, I'm going to invest X amount, and then what? What if I lose it all? Don't worry. We will not, I will not, we will not, We will be there to have your back. Like if you're, really introverted and you're not outgoing, that's fine. Because like I said, this is an easy thing to sell. It's wins all the way around. So, all you have to do is just get a little bit out of your shell, right? And go and basically make a friend, make a sale. You just got to talk to them, show them the benefit for themselves. When they see that it benefits them, like they don't even care how it benefits you. Because I've had a guy who I helped save $7,000 a month in fees. The guy literally gave me a hug. Like he was so happy after that. He processed for like a month and he came back and I talked with him. He stood up and gave me a hug. So like these sales are easy. You don't have to be outgoing. And we're going to help you push through that. Like, I don't know of too many of these like online courses, whether it's in merchant services, ATM, like you said, e-commerce, Amazon stores, whatever. Everybody's selling a program, right? But I promise you, like this program, we set you up for success, and like we will go out of our way. Point case, okay. There's a guy, Alvin. I'm not going to throw out his whole name, but Alvin, good guy from Chicago. And he called me. We bonded, and he's like, "Hey, I'm struggling. Like I'm to the point where like I don't even know like will they give me a refund? Like I just feel like I'm failing, man." And I'm like, "Hey, you got this." Talked him up, trained with him for a couple of weeks. He got a lead, went on to his first customer, and I was like, "Hey, call me when you're there. Like if you need help, if you feel like you're falling on your face, call me." He calls me, got on the phone with him, right? Middle of my day doing my thing. I took time, got on the phone with him and helped him out. So like if you're watching this and you're afraid like, hey, I'm not going to get support, they're just going to take my money and throw me to the wolves. No, like you get support and you get trained. Like we help you succeed. We make sure you succeed. Right. I mean, I'm blown away by the amount of support I got when I first started. So now I'm here just trying to give that back.
And it's awesome, guys. Like I was saying, Bryce, and what we look for is the high performers, but people that have such a supporting belief. That's something that is very powerful because it can dramatically change your life. So with Bryce, we actually offered a slot on our team to go ahead and mentor other people, other newbies coming in to the business that want to learn sales, that want to go ahead and actually grow in this business. So just imagine you're able to get mentored from Bryce and many other people that we've actually given the opportunity for them to mentor our newer clients into teaching them the way to do merchant services, to talk to people, to build rapport, to educate, to value, to foundation, absolutely everything, right? And make you guys monsters. So with that being said, guys, it's a very exciting time to actually go and actually start doing this because it's a big blue ocean. It's a tremendous big blue ocean, guys. I mean, when we started this last year, it was less than 5% of the nation that was using the cash discount program. It probably moved up just a tad bit, but guys, you have millions and millions and millions of businesses. Plus now we're in Canada. We're the only merchant services company in Canada offering this, guys. So if you're Canadian, I'm going to talk about this right now. Anyways, Bryce, my man, anything else you want to leave the audience before you go?
No, just, it's real, guys. I was there. I remember being, never heard of Paul Alex, never heard of this whole program and being like, oh man, I just don't know. There's so many people trying to sell this or that. But you guys, this is the real one. Like, honestly, this is the real one. And if you guys find me on Facebook or Instagram, you can reach out. I will tell you the same thing. The proof is in the pudding. I don't lie. I won't, exaggerate or nothing. Like it's real. It's the real deal. This is the money well spent all day long.
I love it. I love it. And then Bryce, where can they find you? Like on Instagram or on Facebook? I mean, I already got your name up there, man. But give them your Instagram. See if you've got a bunch of Instagrammers on here.
Yeah. So BKKAMM. So my name kind of condensed. I got a big long name, but yeah, you can find me under my full name on Facebook. Again, if you message request, whatever, I'm a real guy. Like I'm busy, but I'll take time out of my day. I just love helping people. So the way these guys help me, I'm just going to pay it forward and pass it along to you guys.
I love it. I love it. Well, there you guys go. You guys actually have a friend that you guys can actually rely on. I mean, you have two friends here, Bryce and myself. You guys can reach out to us at any time. We're more than happy to help you and guide you through making a decision or going ahead and actually giving you guys some support, whether or not this is for you. But at the end of the day, Your network is your net worth. I'm a big believer in that, guys. So go ahead and comment Bryce down in the comments below. Give him a big shout out, guys. Bryce did great. Thanks, my man. I'll catch you soon, dude, and I'll hit you up after this.
All right. Thank you.